Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. How are you this evening? We are coming up on another full moon and eclipse and Mercury retrograde. Holy moly. I don't know about you, but I have really been feeling this one a lot more than our first set of eclipses and full moons. And this is only the second of three. So this weekend we have our second set, and then in 2 more weeks we have another one. It is what they're calling eclipse season. And it really is kind of wreaking havoc on everything. We can see that within the outside world with everything that's going on and the upheaval that's going on. But it's also affecting our daily personal lives as well. And so this weekend, I found myself really feeling kind of low energy and dragging, and I wanted to sleep a lot. And, you know, that's kind of the feeling we're getting right now with Mercury retrograde hitting us. And, you know, as a result, you know, I was kind of in this weird kind of funkiness. That's all I can call it, really. And so I was really kind of absent from posting anything on my site. And, you know, as a healer, as a spiritual person, you want to make sure that you are helping others and helping others feel good. And so you don't want that energy when you're posting or anything else to come through energetically, because it doesn't matter what you say through your words or post as pictures. People are going to be able to still feel the energy behind that. So for me, I was like, I don't want to put any more negativity or any more yuck into the world. I was just not feeling, you know, inspired really to write anything. And I had actually a session with my mentor this week, and I was explaining all of this to her. And she encouraged me to be human and to be vulnerable and to post anyway. And so that's exactly what I did. I got on my Facebook page and I posted that I was really feeling uninspired. It was feeling kind of icky, and I really didn't want to post before this, but just being in that vulnerable position to say, I'm human and you're human. And it's okay to be human and to have these human experiences. And what I was really doing was really not allowing myself to have those human experiences, because I felt like I was, you know, a spiritual person, a leader, a teacher. I had people looking to me for guidance. And, you know, in reality, it's really about just being who I am and being in that vulnerable position to say, yeah, not really having that great of a day. And that's okay, because what happens is a friend had actually Facebooked me and said, wow, I was feeling the exact same way that you were. So just by putting it out there and being that in that vulnerable position to say, hey, everybody, you know, how are you doing? How is everyone, you know, dealing with all this? Because here's how I'm feeling, right? It just gives, you know, somebody else, you know, that position to be able to be human too, to go, you know, I'm feeling that way too, and I get it. So I used my tools. I used my empathic tools. I went for my walk with my dogs and my husband, and I felt the energy of the nature around me. I did my breathing, you know. I came back into focus within myself, within my body, and being present in that very moment. And that was the biggest thing that helped me, was just to, it was almost like I was outside of my body so much of the week and in this last couple of days, that I was really being brought back into myself, in presence. And that's what I've really been working on this week, is staying present in the moment, not looking too far in the future, definitely not trying to look in the past at all, because that's done and over with, but staying present in this moment. And if you've ever tried to do this, it is really hard, because as humans, we are so programmed to look into the future, to plan for the future, to not let whatever happened in the past come back and affect us now. And so it's so, so important, especially when we find ourselves, the way, in the pandemic and in everything that's going on in the world, the racism, the riots, the emotional body that the world is having. It's so important to stay in the moment and be focused in the moment, to be focused on what is important to you. And yes, right now, it's okay to think about yourself and your family only, even if it's just for an hour, even if it's just for a day, to step away from the chaos and bring yourself back to center, bring yourself back to presence, and just have that time, that moment where you can find that presence, where you can be grateful for the things that you have. And that's another thing, is just in this time to be grateful for everything that you have right now in this moment. There's never been a time than now to be grateful for all of that. So be gentle with yourselves over the weekend. It's going to be a lot of fire in the air. It's charging us. It's moving us forward in our path, in our purpose. It's moving us forward to get creative and to do the things that are on our to-do list. And it can also throw a little bit of attitudes in there too. So just be aware of those around you and around yourself, and give yourself a little bit of a break this weekend. Get through this eclipse and this full moon before you start ramping up for the next one. But just take some time. Self-care is going to be huge this weekend. So please do take care of you. That is the most important thing that you can do right now. So with that, we are going to go to the phone lines. We have Brooke in Spring Hill, Florida. Good evening, and welcome to Your Time to Shine. Hi, Brooke.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. It's very nice to hear you. I'm so happy I got through. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad to have you. So what can we do for you this evening?
I'd like some medium help, if possible, to connect with my loved one.
Okay, so do you have a specific question?
Yeah, my son's father passed away 3 months ago, and he passed unexpectedly, and I didn't have closure. I didn't get to say goodbye to him, so just want to see if he's at peace.
Okay. Well, hang on just a moment. Let me see if I can tune in and get him here with us tonight and see what he has to say, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, Brooke. So, yeah, I feel the heaviness. I right off, I have a real heaviness in the pit of my stomach. I can feel the sadness and the pain that you and your family are feeling, and so I want to extend my condolences first off and say I'm so sorry.
Thank you very
much. It's so hard to lose a loved one. Yeah, I think she's showing me that he was a little shocked at his passing. He wasn't quite ready, he said. He had things that he wanted yet to do. Um, he was quite young. I mean, was he somewhere in his 40s?
No, he was actually only 31.
Okay. Okay, so very, very young. Um, he says he wants you to not worry. He is absolutely fine. Um, he's saying that he can't believe what is really on the other side. He was one of those that really didn't believe, actually, that there was anything beyond human existence. Um, and he's saying that he was very wrong about that. Um, he's watching over you guys, and especially with your son. Your son has been feeling him, has been seeing him. Um, your son is really young, right? He's only like,
He's 8.5.
oh, he's 8.5. So he's okay. So he's older than what was being presented. I was thinking more like 5. Okay, so he's feeling the presence of his dad. I don't think that he would probably be able to understand and actually quantify what that is for him, but he's feeling that presence. Um, and he's actually getting a little bit of comfort from that presence. And again, he's not going to be able to really quantify that or verbalize that. Um, so, he's just saying, let him know that his dad is there with him. And
Yeah.
that's going to bring him some comfort.
Okay. Yeah, he's really struggling with his dad being gone. He wasn't sick, so it was just very unexpected. Very, very unexpected.
Right. Um, he keeps showing me something like in his gut, in his digestive system. Um, was was there a medical issue that was going on with his gut or something?
No, we did do an autopsy, and the autopsy did confirm that he had a heart attack. They said his heart exploded, but he didn't, not that we know of, had any prior heart conditions.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he's showing me heart too, but he's showing me there's like there's this unrest feeling kind of like in the pit of his stomach. And so, oh, thank you. Okay. So that's exactly what it is. It's the feeling of the unrest in the pit of the stomach, the heaviness, um, that feeling of just being kind of off. And so, he knows that you guys are all going through this, but he said, if there's any way that you can, know and be okay with the fact that he is okay on the other side, and let that be that lightness for you. You're going to have to go through your grieving period, and there's no time limit on grieving, right? It's just each person is different. But he's showing me that, the biggest thing that you can do is just support your son in every way possible, and just by letting him know that his dad is around him all the time, and that he can talk to his dad, right?
Okay.
He's showing me that your son may not be open to that at the first, but there's going to be a time where he's going to feel comfortable with that. He's going to feel comfortable talking to dad. And then that's when
he's at nighttime. He has a lot of problems. He starts thinking about him. He cries a lot at night. It's very, very upsetting.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, thank you so much. It gives me comfort knowing he's at peace.
He very much is. He very much is. He's showing me that he is, he is revitalized and he is new again. So what he's now doing is he's working on the other side to help you guys, to help you through this transitional time, and try to make that as easy as possible for you. Okay, well, thank you so much, Brooke, for calling in, and I hope that helped you. Next, we have Shantice in Michigan. Welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hi, thank you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I've got the sun shining in on my face. It's almost blinding.
Wow.
I know. What can I help you with tonight?
I'm just calling just to have a general reading, kind of see what comes to you, like what's up next for me.
Okay, perfect. Hang on for just a minute and let me tune in to see what your loved ones have to say, and I'll be right back, okay? One moment.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Chantrice, so what's coming up for you is right now what's kind of playing out in the heavens, with Mercury retrograde and the eclipse full moon. You're being really affected by this right now. What they're showing me is like you're spinning or you're off balance a little bit. You're feeling off balance, and that could be, physically or even spiritually. You're feeling a little bit off balance, and they're wanting you to know that you're just being affected by the energies that are going on right now, and everything is kind of coming together for you, so that it's almost going to come to like this point of explosion, and there's going to be all these new ideas, these new type of ways that you're going to be like, oh, I have an idea for that, and I know what to do in this situation. It's like this enlightenment period that you're going to have. They're showing me that you are a very spiritual person. You are an empath, and you feel everything very deeply. And you're also a healer. Do you work in the medical field right now in some capacity?
No, I do not actually.
Okay, because they're showing me that because of your healing properties, that they're showing me that you could be in that medical field, whatever, and it could even be, they're showing me like even massage therapy, that just working with your hands and working with people in that capacity is going to be very therapeutic, not only for you, but for them as well. And that over this next little bit, that healing capacity that you have is going to come through a lot stronger. It's going to be those ideas and those almost aha moments that you're going to go, oh, okay, wait a minute, this is something I've thought about before, and it keeps coming back. And so if you've been having a lot of like reoccurring thought patterns about a situation or a job, like a job change, if it keeps coming up in your awareness, that is your team, that is spirit That is guidance that's being brought to you. And whenever you see a pattern and it keeps coming back into your awareness, that's just them trying to broadcast their message to you. And I'm being shown that you've been given these same thoughts or same patterns recently, and you've been wondering why they keep coming up in your thought process, because you're not thinking about them consciously, right? But that is spirit trying to get our attention to say, hey, check out this idea, check out this thought, right?
Oh,
does that
so
resonate?
interesting.
Does that resonate with you?
It does. Yes.
Good. Okay. I feel like you have some really big changes coming up in your life, really positive changes. I feel like there's something with your job that's going to shift and change for you, and it's going to be it's going to be a shift and a change. There could even be some monetary benefits coming with that as well. I don't know that it's necessarily a raise, but there's going to be some other type of benefit coming through to you. So when we think of abundance, right, and we think of money, it doesn't always come in the form of actual money. It may come from, maybe there's more days off, maybe there's more sick time. There's other ways of having that abundance come to us through our job. So I'm being shown that there's going to be something coming through for you on that front.
And now that actually makes a lot of sense. Now, I also have been, for the past few months, I keep having weird dreams that I'm pregnant, but I'm not pregnant, and I don't know where it's coming from.
So when we're dreaming of pregnancy, it means we're birthing something new in our life.
Okay.
Right. So that kind of goes along with what I've just been talking about with you, is that there's something coming up. There's an enlightenment period. You are birthing something new. I mean, figuratively, you are birthing something new, and you're giving life, right? It has to do with birthing something and then giving it life. So, like I said, whether it could be, you may be looking into some type of a healing practice, or something of a more spiritual type practice for yourself personally. Whatever that is, there's something that is coming up for you that is going to help you and kind of enlighten you in that respect. And so these reoccurring dreams are just another way of spirit coming through in your subconscious while you sleep and saying, here's what we're going to do, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Definitely makes sense.
I feel movement. I feel are you looking at possibly moving to a new part of town, moving into a new house? Because I feel like there's some movement in the shift of where you're living or what you're doing.
Well, me and my boyfriend, we are talking about, when my lease is up, finding a place together, like buying a house together.
Okay. That's where that is. There's a shift and an energy movement going in that direction. So I think I see that coming up for you guys in the future. Most definitely. Your team is giggling and saying, make sure she has an extra room for a home office. So, yeah. they're saying make sure that you have your own space. That you're
Gotcha.
you're gonna need that space, not only for you to be able to go and maybe just spend some time alone, because you are an empathic person. You're gonna need some quiet time, right, and some space of your own.
I agree.
But you're also but there's also a potential of having a home office set up. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I definitely can picture that for sure.
Yeah. Good. Good. Well, Chantrice, we are coming down to the last few minutes of our show, and so I just want to say thank you so much for calling in this evening. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, thank you so much.
Have a great night.
Thank you, too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye. Wow, that does it for us. Another Thursday down in the books for us. Please visit me on my website at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. I have put up some upcoming classes, and Darlene and I, who used to host the show with me, we are going to be doing our Coffee and Connections with Spirit, the June edition. We got so much rave reviews in May. We decided to do it again in June. It's only offered to 10 people. It's a group session where you guys get to ask questions to us. So do check it out. It's posted on my website and through Eventbrite. You can also reach me through my Facebook page at Julie YeagerWalker Medium and Your Time to Shine. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Do take care of yourself this weekend through our eclipse and our full moon, and I'll see you back here next week.